this is a little sad. The reason we don't have solar power right now is that Tesla is not yet a good enough credit.
Dragon version 1, we didn't really know what we were doing.
If there's ever sort of a apocalyptic scenario of some kind, hypothetically, you just press the bioweapon defense mode button. This is a real button.
And did they think you had evil intent?
No, they just thought I was crazy. But I mean, that's not good either, if you're buying ICBMs. But minus the nuke. I mean, I think that would have been a lot more.
So you didn't talk nukes to him?
No, I mean, I didn't. I mean, slightly got the feeling that that was on the table.
Your parts service model, if you're talking about the scale that you're discussing here, needs to clearly evolve, right? In order to meet all of this demand for parts and service. What are you going to do there?
Well, I guess we're going to hire a lot of people in service and get lots of parts.
We expect to be carrying astronauts.
Wow.
And then
That's the real test, right?
No. Astronauts just biological cargo.
Make me nervous.
Dragon doesn't need pilots. Like it, obviously goes there with just cargo. We just sent up 40 mice. They were not piloting the craft. At the leadership level, I'd much rather promote someone who has strong engineering ability than so-called management ability. Like we do hire some MBAs, but it's usually in spite of the MBA, not because of it.
I don't like patents personally. When I was first starting out developing technology, I got lots of patents and I thought this was a good thing. And then I sort of discovered that a patent was really like buying a lottery ticket to a lawsuit.
How much money did you all spend with that kind of $5, $10, $20 incentive to get that critical mass going?
That was a fair amount. I think it was probably $60 or $70 million.
Oh, wow, okay, so it was a substantial. Oh, okay, so we're not talking peanuts here. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it depends on your relative scale.
Yeah.
So what is it that motivates there to do that, to go through the crucible again, 2 times again?
Yeah, I'm not sure it was the right decision, but.
Can you give me any kind of a hint what this is that's coming this year?
Well, I mean, I'd be making it up as I go along, which is not unusual for me.
And I am super jet lagged, so if I sound like I'm maybe not 100%, that's the reason. Right now, the car automatically lowers at speed, and the presumption, which may be an incorrect presumption, is that if you're doing 120 kilometers an hour, you're probably not doing it on a bumpy road.
Can you turn off traction control for some winter fun?
You can turn off traction control.
Awesome.
You might have more fun than you realize.
I think it's kind of a no-brainer, but no-brainers in Washington D.C. don't always. So
you've been portrayed as a micromanager, redesigning the headlights or whatever.
I thought it was a nano-manager. I've improved several orders of magnitude.
My laptop just about sets my pants on fire. How do you keep all of those from just cooking that car?
Are you sitting on your laptop?
What was the attraction of this event this time?
I understand there's really going to be a great party tonight. It'd be kind of weird if the aliens landed in the ocean with parachutes and be like, okay, nothing to fear. Well, I think any natural resource extraction on Mars would be, the output would be for Mars. Like, it definitely wouldn't make sense to transport stuff 200 million miles back to Earth. Honestly, like if you had like crack cocaine on Mars, like in pre-packaged, pallets, it still wouldn't make sense to transport it back here. Maybe good times for the Martians, but not back here. I mean, I think it ends up being a moot point because you want to bring the spaceship back. Like, these spaceships are expensive, okay? They're hard to build. You can't just leave them there. So whether or not people want to come back or not is kind of, like, they can jump on if they want, but they need the spaceship back.
Our own U.S. Air Force is funding the Russians to compete against us. It's super messed up. I mean, what the,
Didn't you say to me earlier in this conversation, we don't want to do business with jerks?
Who does?
Right. Well, so I'm wondering, well, in my business, sadly, it's occasionally necessary.
Much unfortunate.
The Model X is now over 2 years late. What went wrong?
Well, I do have an issue with punctuality, I have to admit. Here we are on top of our giant ball of liquid oxygen. They say SpaceX has big balls, and it's true. You know, nobody's CEO of a company forever. I mean, eventually, you know, they carry you out. A friend asked me at a party, hey, what are you going to call a third generation car? I was like, well, we've got the S and the X, we might as well make it the E, you know. And then it kind of stuck, even though we're just kidding. And then just to sort of add to it, we also, just for laughs, trademarked the Model Y. But I guess things are pretty dry in the trademark world, so nobody picked up on that. And anyway, then Ford gave us a call and said they were going to sue us for using Model E. And we're like, okay, like Ford's killing sex. I mean, that's terrible.
Hi, my name is Rahul Sanad from Los Angeles, and I have a Tesla watch.
You know, we do not make Tesla watches, I should point out.
It's electric. But
we went on a date. All I was talking about was electric cars. That was not a winning conversation.
So it was a bit of a monologue, was it?
Yeah, she said she said the first question I asked her was, "Do you ever think about electric cars?" She said, no, she never does.
So you learn from that. That wasn't the best shout-out line.
Wasn't great. But it has recently it's been more effective.
Stock price down again today, 10%. Do you care about that?
I mean, it kind of sucks running a public company.
You think it's more dangerous to patent than not to patent?
Since our primary competitors are national governments, the enforceability of patents is questionable. Much less than we spend on healthcare, but maybe more than we spend on lipstick. You know, something like that. And I like lipstick. It's not like I've got anything against it. Yeah, I can't wait for that comment to go out there. California taxpayers are going to be on the hook to build the most expensive high-speed rail per mile in the world and the slowest, which is those are not the superlatives you want. I think the reality of being president is that you're actually like the captain of a very huge ship and have a small rudder. Previously, when people have tried to make a reusable system, they found that they would get some portion of the way and then conclude that success was not one of the possible outcomes. In government programs, of course, the program would still continue for quite some time. The ultimate goal of SpaceX is to develop the technologies that can take humanity to Mars.
Would you want to be on that flight?
I'd like to go to Mars, absolutely. I think it would be great to be born on Earth and die on Mars, hopefully not at the point of impact.